Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're episode 5, Eerie Indie Fright Night. Now, normally it's Blaze Hunter and Madam Mayhem, but today we got Conrad himself in the building. What's going on, man?
What is happening, man? Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Look, I've been looking forward to this way longer than you know. We've been enjoying the heck out of these films. All of them have been on point. Freddy, I love how Freddy transitioned to Michael, which Michael Myers is my all-time favorite. So I love that you did him justice. I love that he got to go through the party and get him a bunch of kills. So I was happy with it. It was so crazy. It was so fun about these is because we got to the point to where we are guessing who will, like, we thought at first the guy who survived in Freddy, we thought that he would be like the constant through all of them, but Michael ended him, so he was like, all right. Then the next girl made it through, and then she was in it. It was like, okay, the other one will end. Which I don't know if you saw it on social media how I celebrated when Jason cut the. I just want to know the actor's name because I want to just thank him for giving me the feels. Like he did such a great job of making me hate his character. I loved it. I couldn't wait.
Yeah. You're talking about the kid from Jason. Cameron Riggs. He's awesome. I mean, it's funny. Like, that was such a hard role to cast. I didn't cast that role until like 2 days before we shot because I couldn't find the perfect person to play such a character. And then I met him, talked to him, and I'm like, okay, no, you have to play this role. And then when we chopped his head off, I mean, it was interesting.
Perfect. I loved it. From everything, like we like dissected and pay attention. Like, I love that even when we attempt to, let's just try to just dissect it, and you get caught up into it because it's shot so well. I love how everything has that vintage. You didn't try to go and like create like your own recording style, almost like you kept it as vintage as possible. So like, big credit.
I'm glad that you noticed that because it's funny because I watched most of the films from the series. I watched all of the Friday the 13th and the Screams and Halloweens and everything. And I was trying with each one to imitate its own style, its own signature style, while still giving it my own flair, but still, keeping it within that time period. So I'm very glad that you noticed that. Not that many people have.
Yeah, you did such a good job with that. The music of all of them you chose, like Freddy, but like, even though Michael is my favorite, Freddy by far was the best because you definitely captured that 1970s, 80s, like the scene when he finally first came out, and then it was like that vintage 80s, like so good, bro. Yeah, you killed it.
Thank you. Mad props to my editor Patrick, who also did the music for Nightmare on Elm Street. He also did the music was it Nightmare on Elm Street and Halloween? He did the music for both of those. Yeah, and amazing. He was incredible, absolutely incredible.
Yes, love it. All right, so before we'll talk a whole lot more. We got a whole lot to discuss, but let's dive in, man. So like I said, we've been through Freddy, we went to Michael, then Jason, went to Scream, and then it was dope because we finds out that Scream, Scream Chicken and and freaking Leatherface. Yeah, so this is gonna be dope. So
it's gonna be crazy. This is my favorite one. So here we go.
Let's go. Let's dive in. I love how you switch the intro up kind of almost each time too. Dope.
Oh yeah, varying it up.
Every little girl has a dream. Some dream of finding the perfect job, the perfect boyfriend, having the perfect family. Others dream of changing the world, making a difference. I really couldn't give a fuck. I wanted to be a legend. The first rule of Hollywood is act like you belong.
Sorry. So dope. So dope. I just gotta give the flowers where they are because I already know I'm gonna get distracted. I gotta point this out now. First off, just where she just took my whole soul was right here.
Girl has a dream.
I mean, so dope with the slow motion.
Job, the perfect boyfriend, having the perfect family. Others dream of changing the world, making a difference.
So fire.
And I wanted to open
I really couldn't give
on
a
a
fuck.
place that didn't look like Texas. You know what I
wanted
mean?
to be
Yeah.
a legend.
Yeah, that the way she looked right after she said what she said, and then the look is you're going to break that fourth wall for us, girl.
Little girl has a dream.
It's so dope.
Oh yeah.
I really couldn't give a fuck.
Bam,
I wanted to be a legend.
bam, fire.
The first rule of Hollywood is act like you belong. I was a fresh-faced 20-year-old looking to stir up the pot.
That's the good shit right there. You won't find any of that in California. Brought it straight from Texas.
It's not bad. How much more you got?
Can give you 28 grams for 500.
500? Are you fucking crazy?
I gotta pay rent. LA ain't cheap.
Sally, you really have to get your shit together.
I wanna act, okay? And you, Mr. Hollywood director man, can get me there.
I can't put you in movies simply because we know each other.
I'll audition. I'll wow everyone. I promise. Just get me in the room with whomever I need to prove myself to.
Are you playing yourself?
Yeah, that's me. My cameo.
Yeah?
Sure.
And just like that, my dreams were set in motion. What started in a small little casting room blossomed into something of a Hollywood dream. I was finally in the movies. I was living the life of legends. I was soaking up the glamour and not looking back. With only a few movies under my belt, and now everybody knew my name.
When's the movie coming out? Hey.
I was a walking cliche of the person who was handed everything in a silver platter. And you know what? I didn't care. I was having too much fun.
I am so excited. We have a special surprise for you. She's an actress. She's a model. She is a superstar. Please welcome into the show, Sally Hardesty. Sally, how are you?
I'm doing really good. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. Listen, Sally, you have just skyrocketed into the social zeitgeist. Tell me everything.
Listen, I know this isn't the story you're here for. You don't care about any of this shit. And why would you? This same story has been told 1,000 times by 1,000 other pretty girls. You're here for the blood and guts.
How a family of cannibal hillbillies perpetually fucked me up and scarred me for the rest of my life. I suppose we can get to that. So let me skip over the boring shit. How I turned to drugs and alcohol. Made some really bad life decisions followed by equally bad movies. How I lost.
Again, one more stop. Another thing that I noticed that you do so great is you use colors to capture an emotion of a situation, like them in the bathroom, whereas
really
this here is like it just captures that dim, just like just so freaking good. Just
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm glad you noticed that.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Life decisions followed by equally bad movies. How I lost all my money and moved back home and was reduced to making celebrity appearances for money.
Pam, I made $500,000 on my last movie.
I'm sorry, sweetheart. This ain't like LA. I mean, the fact that someone near Round Rock, Texas is even interested in an entertainer for their kid's 16th birthday party is beyond me.
I thought you said this would be a celebrity appearance. Do these people even know who I am?
Of course they do. And that's why they're even willing to pay an extra $2,000. That's 10 grand for a few hours' time.
So what do I do? Just like take photos with kids and shit like that?
Well, you know, just say howdy to the folks, take pics, maybe sing the kid happy birthday. Just think of it as a meet and greet with fans.
That's Pam, my best friend since high school. She was always a gal with a plan. I guess her and my two knucklehead friends, Jerry and Kirk, were joining me on a quest to the loony bin.
Let's go.
We're lost, aren't we? Look, man, I didn't know we'd be driving this fucking thing in the middle of nowhere. And it's the GPS that's acting up.
It's official. August 18th, hottest day of the year.
Would you guys quit complaining? I told you I'd pay y'all to come here with me.
We missed you, Sally.
Right back at you, Kirk.
Did you really miss Sally, or did you just miss her weed?
I missed Sally. And I really missed her weed.
So wait, why aren't you famous anymore?
Hollywood chewed me up and then spit me out.
But you'll get right back on that horse in no time. You'll see.
You just need to find ways to get famous again.
That's right. Let's brainstorm.
I say rent out a giant billboard with your face on it. Make people remember.
Or you can make a sex tape.
Kirk!
What? She makes a sex tape, next thing you know, she owns a fucking fashion empire.
Glad to know you guys have a lot of faith in me.
I like Kirk.
Yeah, right. He's awesome.
Hey, y'all see that over there? Should we pick her up?
Pick her up? Man, she looks asphyxiated out there.
Don't do it.
No, that's not her.
Hey, y'all.
Howdy.
Are you alright? My car broke down a few miles back. They're trying to hitchhike back to my place.
How far away do you live?
Not far. Where y'all heading?
Quick Hill Road, wherever that is. We're going to a birthday party.
I live on Quick Hill Road. I'm going to that party.
Really?
Yeah, my cousin lives there. I live with my cousin.
Well, no shit. Hop on in.
Oh, hell. The transition music is dope too. Like it's so well scored. It's good.
I really do
Yeah,
appreciate
absolutely.
the lift, y'all. I'm really excited for you to meet my family.
What's your cousin's name?
My cousin?
Yeah, what's his name?
Oh, it's Bubba.
You mean Billy?
Yeah, Billy, sorry. My family calls him Bubba. Oh, it's just up here to the right.
Look at that smug bitch. If only I would have known then what I know now.
Are y'all coming?
Where are the cars? Where is everyone?
They'll be here later. It's still early, silly. Come in, make yourselves at home. It'll be fun.
There's no fucking way I'm going in that house. I've seen
Hell
plenty
no.
of horror
Nope.
movies, and I know how they all end.
I'm with Sally on this one. Something feels off.
All right, we'll go and look around and then tell her that we are not staying here.
We'll go on?
You want me to go in there by myself? Fuck that.
Come on, you win.
Oh, Kirk is my boy.
Kirk! Jerry!
Well,
We'll be right back.
Are you guys fucking crazy?
Have we let you down yet?
Kirk, come on, this isn't funny! Jerry!
Oh, hell.
Hello? Anybody home?
oh jeez.
You seen this, man?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm seeing this.
Oh, hell no.
Hey, listen, I think we're gonna take off.
That's a good idea.
Why y'all being curious? Leave. Kurt. Run! Oh, God.
What's taking them so long?
Maybe they're meeting Cousin Billy.
Let's
sure
hope
are.
not. I want to get out of here.
Maybe they're meeting Cousin Billy.
Let's go look.
Oh, you got to hang him on the hook. Oh my God. I felt it.
Yep, me too.
Dope shot.
It's a remake of the original, that shot.
So good.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's about to get real crazy.
Car! Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Car, come on! Where are the
Oh
kids?
God.
Wake up!
Neither one of you bastards better not fall, son of a. Oh, she done. Stop it! Oh my God! Best kill of the entire.
Oh yeah.
Are you in? Oh, damn. Oh, that's just sick.
Shut up!
I love that dude too.
Where does all the kids go? Did you get them all? Shut up! You're standing like a pack of hounds.
Relax, you damn cook. It's a party.
You're thinking this is a party?
Please, sir. Please. You can make them stop.
You can't.
Shut your mouth. Can't be helped, young lady.
Please.
Oh, they crazy as hell.
Oh yeah.
Can't do anything. He's just the cook.
Shut up, bitch hog.
Me and Leatherface do all the work. Isn't that right? You're nothing but the fucking cook.
Oh, don't. Oh, you gonna kill the
I
cook?
can't take no pleasure in killing.
At this moment, you could say I was pretty fucked. Watching my friends die while getting tortured and seasoned by hungry redneck cannibal hillbillies was definitely not part of my plan. For a moment, I felt helpless, as any girl would in my situation. But then I realized who I was. Someone who didn't give a single fuck.
Let's go. Let's go. Bam! Yeah.
Please. Please.
Can't be helped, old man. I don't know who you are, but fuck you too.
No. Yo. Yo. Damn. First rule of thumb, you gotta make sure everybody's dead. Oh.
I know.
Oh, damn. Oh, somebody getting hit by the freaking car. Oh, you're done.
You can probably guess what happened next.
Yup. Oh!
Oh my god.
Stop screaming no more. You good. You're safe. I mean, who the hell she's got in the car with the truck? I don't trust nobody at this point.
Yeah.
Such a dope shot.
So is that it?
That's pretty much it, yeah. That's my screwed up little
Oh,
life.
tell me he's a therapist.
You know, I really applaud you for being
This dude is
being
every
so
movie.
brave in such a nightmarish situation. I mean, I can't even imagine.
My head's pretty fucked up still. There's certain things I can't unsee. But it's time to move on.
So is that why you moved here to Springwood?
Fresh start. Away from my nightmares.
Poor Sally, that's where you're wrong.
Oh, hell. Oh, hell. No.
The nightmare has only just begun.
Oh, no. Oh, and you said post-credit, right?
Yeah, there's a post credit.
Definitely. Bro, so freaking good.
That was fun.
Yeah, after the post-credit, I gotta rewind and go back to the best kill scene of the entire series.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yo. I just love it. It's so vintage. I just everything is so good.
Thank you.
So freaking good. Man, that's a whole squad.
It was a long process, this one. That's for sure.
That's what's up, man.
Oh yeah.
Like, I know with fan films is like, obviously because they're the property of whoever owns them. Like,
Yeah.
you can't really
Make money. Yeah.
And but I know it costs money.
It cost a lot of money and a lot of time.
We're gonna get into that. All
Oh,
right,
yeah.
post credit. Let's go. I could be wrong, but I'm going with it. It was who I was going with. Oh, did I say? Oh, wait. Did I say I gotta go for the clues? Did I say Andy?
Happy birthday, Andy.
Oh, it's still gonna be
Happy birthday, Andy. Thanks, Mom. I have to go to school today.
Yes, you do. You have to go to school today. I'm sorry.
But you said we did something for my birthday.
I did say that, didn't I? Yeah. Listen, I gotta go to work today, but maybe I can take you out tomorrow. Sound good? Okay, I think I've got something that's gonna cheer you up. Ta-da!
What is it?
We gotta open up and find out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just what I wanted. Thank you, Mom.
You're welcome.
Yes. That's how you do. Oh, she gonna be so mad she missed
Do you
this.
want to cake?
You got me cake too?
Of course, cake for breakfast.
Yeah. So excited. What type of cake is it?
We'll see. Oh, wait, did you get your homework done last night?
What homework?
Let's go. Bro. Freaking amazing, bro.
Yeah,
Freaking amazing.
Thank you.
Oh gosh, so this is Karikter. Karikter, this is Conrad, owner of Conrad Studios, bro.
Good to meet you.
Man.
Hell yeah, bro. That was dope. I didn't see the whole thing, but like, I mean, people don't appreciate how difficult it is to pull off things like what you're pulling off on a low budget film. I mean, it takes some know-how.
It takes a lot of work, a lot of preparation. I mean, Slasherverse took us a whole year to just prepare for, and to even do it, and like, and to have it ready for Halloween whenever we released it. It was kind of crazy,
Yeah.
But I think people reacted to it in a very positive way, and
Yeah.
this was such a good experience. Like every time I think of a good experience on a film set, I think of Slasherverse because we had so much fun and with no money really, but we had such a great time doing it.
Man,
Honestly.
it's so crazy. Before we go into it, I gotta go to the I do gotta jump back to that kill
Back
scene.
that kill, the chainsaw kill.
Yo, I'm talking about next level.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me remove it and put it back in. How we do? Yeah, here we go. I just gotta go to the chainsaw kill. It is. Oh no!
Yeah, right there.
Here we go. Yo, poor Sally. You deserve it. You shouldn't have stopped. Let's go. For the road.
Bro, how did y'all pull that off, man?
Yeah, well, that's yeah, it's disgusting.
It looks amazing.
Like, bro, like, God.
Yeah, I can't reveal the secrets of that one, but that one was one of the harder. That one and the head in Friday the 13th. I think those two were the hardest.
My favorite.
Yeah, those two were the hardest ones to pull off. The third hardest was probably the claw through the body in Nightmare on Elm Street. But yeah,
epic.
Yeah.
What's crazy is all the top three. The claw would have been number 2, but I wanted the boy to die so bad.
I know everyone does.
Yeah, that head chop was. I needed it in my life. It was
Absolutely. Well, what I loved about here's what I wanted about all the movies. I kind of wanted them to start off as different kinds of movies, different genre movies that turn into horror movies.
Yes.
Because like to me, when you think of a horror movie can be two things. It could be a dramatic horror movie or a comedic horror movie.
Yes.
And every time I wrote the script, I had to choose which direction it was going to go in. So for Friday the 13th, that one I really felt passionately that it should start out as a rom-com. I'm like, what if we start the biggest killer as a rom-com, just something so crazy with like the most cheesy over the top thing possible, and then you just chop them off and then bam, horror movie.
Yeah.
You know?
It was perfect because he piss, like you did such a good build up of him pissing me off. Or like it was just too many. First, you know, you don't mess with the girl. The girl trying, she working. You feel me? And then the pickup line, I'm like, you gotta die. And then what else? Then he was with the one chick when he was telling his story. And she kissing on the dude. And I would just leave her there, bro. But nope.
Yeah,
we're leaving now. What? I'm like, oh, he got to go.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, for sure. Oh, I love that one. The other one that I love to write, and I had a co-writer for this one, was Scream. I love writing Scream because because it was almost from like the point of view of the killer, because the killer kept narrating, you know, and I don't think I've seen that from the Scream movies. I haven't seen a point of view where the killer is really the one driving the movie. And it's funny because like I just watched the new Scream 6 the other day. I just watched it, and I don't know if you guys have seen it, but
I have.
It's like I did Slasherverse, and there's so many things in the new Scream that are similar to Slasherverse. Like, and I'm like, should I get a co-writer credit? Because holy crap, there were so many things in here that were in Slasherverse. There was a therapist, there was a Halloween party, there was one of the guys talks about, oh, you know, my shirt's not red. What are you talking about? There was that in the new Scream, and I'm just like, yo, did you guys watch my movie? What's going on?
Hey, look. It has been known that a lot of these producers, they look for inspiration, and a lot of them are, especially when they're doing remake movies, they look for you know, different fan films because that's the thing. Me personally, like, even though I have a lot of fan films on our network, but the quality always aren't the best. But I appreciate the stories that are being told, not their fresh stories, and you know, that's what they look for. You know, so.
Yeah, man. And like, and who can you tell? Even like, you know, you can't call up the studios and be like, hey, you copied my movie that I copied from you. You know? So
you got to get a lawyer and have a lot of money behind you, bro.
Exactly.
Like, other than that, hey, just feel honored that they probably took some ideas from you. Man.
Exactly.
It means you're on the right track.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Exactly. So, I mean, when did you get started into just creating films in general?
Well, when I first picked up a camera was in 2003. I was like 13 or 12. I was 12 years old, or almost 13 years old. And ever since then, I've just been like doing movies. I was doing movies in school all throughout high school and some college. And then I started doing it a little bit more professionally. And then I started hustling like everyone does, doing weddings and doing like event videos and corporate videos and all the boring crap that you need to do to like make a living.
Soul sucking work.
The soul sucking work. Like sometimes I'll take a job and I'll just be like, why? You know, like I'll just be sitting on my computer editing for hours. I'll be like, no. So then when I do things like Slasherverse that I do for fans like myself with those movies, like that's where you know, my art comes in. That's where my creativity can kind of come in, and that's where I find all my passion. And then doing it is just so fun because you get to hang out with friends, and then you get to hang out with new people that you've never worked with, and you get to, you know, do something really special. And that's what brings me joy, honestly.
Well,
I love
you know,
it, man.
And you should be proud of that, because a lot of people get those jobs, those corporate jobs, those wedding video jobs, and you can make some good money doing that. So they get real comfortable, and then they forget about the art of it. But then you continue to use that art. And what people don't realize is how much work it takes just from your point of view, just from your perspective, when you're like, you know what, I want to do this Slasherverse. Now you just set yourself up for 10 movies, whatever, and then gathering a crew. How do you find all this crew? How do you find all the
gosh, it was like, I mean, for Slasherverse, so we were originally going to do a zombie movie that year called Before the Leaves Turn Red. And I wrote it and it was ready to go. We were rehearsing it. And then I just realized this is just getting way too expensive, like so over the top expensive. And I'm like, and everything wasn't clicking. Like I wasn't feeling the vibe. And sometimes you have to follow your gut. You know what I mean? And it's like, and when the gut tells you don't do it, then don't do it. So then I took a month off and I said, guys, we're going to put a pause on this. But then I remember like months earlier, we had a meeting, me and my team, about potentially doing some fan films, because we had done a Harry Potter fan film. And I was thinking about maybe doing some horror fan films. And then I called my producer, Dave, and I said, Dave, I know we're not doing the zombie movie, but do you want to do 5 movies right now? And he goes, what the hell are you talking about? Are you drunk? What? And I said, well, just come meet me for dinner and I'll explain everything. And we all, you know, sat down for dinner. And I told him, guys, we're going to do this thing called Slasherverse. And I think I want to take the 5 best killers that I can think of, and we're going to do it. And then we're going to release them every week leading up to Halloween. And then I talked to my other buddy, Matt Ward, who is in love with horror. He's one of my biggest horror fans slash friends that I know, and he knows all about these slashers. And I called him and I'm like, Matt, what is the possibility that we can premiere these movies at Scarefest 2022, which is a big horror convention slash film festival? And he goes, it's very high. We can talk to them and we could set something up. So then we did talk to them before we even shot the movies. We talked to Scarefest and they said, yes, you guys can premiere all your movies here. We'll set up a whole premiere screening for you guys and whatever. And I'm like, okay, so we have a premiere set. We're probably going to have a big audience. I have a lot of subscribers on my YouTube that are probably going to be into this. Let's do it. And I didn't realize just how massive of an undertaking that was going to be. I mean, and I shot them out of order. So I didn't shoot them in order. I shot Friday the 13th first.
Yeah.
Oh, I was wiped out after Friday the 13th. My God.
Yeah.
Like after filming that first one, I was like, oh my God, I have 4 more. Like, this is crazy. But then I got the biggest ones out of the way first. So then I shot Friday the 13th, then I shot Texas Chainsaw.
Yeah.
And Texas Chainsaw was the longest one to film. We shot that for like, I think 3 weekends. So it was like 9 days. And I'm just like, it kept going and it kept going. Mostly because the opening is just like the montage. I wanted the audience to kind of feel for her life, like her lifestyle in such a short amount of time. But that meant a lot of locations, a lot of extras, a lot of moving parts. You need a movie theater. You need a paparazzi scene. You need an outdoor mall. You got to get the permits. You got to pay all these people.
Yeah.
So it was like a lot. So by the time I had the other 3 to do, I was literally so mentally exhausted. But then I'm like, okay, we got 2 really good ones. Then my editor was showing me all the cuts. And I'm like, oh, this is looking so dope. We got to keep going. We got to keep going. And Scream was the last one that we did. And by the time we did Scream, I think the last day of filming was it was an insane, like 17-hour day. It was ridiculous. I mean, I went so overboard and I'm so thankful that my crew didn't kill me for going, but it was like the last possible day we could have filmed. And we were going insane. But it was so fun. Honestly, in retrospect, it's like, okay, that was the best time ever. It was so
What
fun.
area do you live in?
So we did our movies in Cleveland, Ohio, all of them, all 5.
Yo, y'all got Cleveland looking.
I know.
Like, and how is there like an abundance of cast and crew available in Cleveland?
No, there really isn't. There really isn't. So we were getting crew from all over the place. We got crew from like Kentucky and like Columbus, like different parts of Ohio.
Yeah,
I think some from Pennsylvania, one from Indiana. So and then obviously a lot from Ohio as well, from Cleveland. So it was like all over the place. We were running out of people to use because it's like, okay, guys, who else can we use? We've it's 5 movies. It's a huge cast.
Exactly.
But thankfully I think we found the right people for that project. And I mean, a lot of people auditioned too. We had like 70 people audition for the project. So we had a good pool to choose from. We really did,
man.
So yeah, it was fun. Yeah, it was good.
I love hearing that. And I love like when you got obviously the Elm Street sign, like where did y'all find the Elm Street sign?
Oh my God. So apparently there's a lot. Well, here my original thought was, okay, let's CGI the Elm Street, and then like my people were like, no, we'll find. There's plenty of Elm Streets in Ohio, and I'm like, are you sure? Yeah. 20 minutes from me, there's an Elm Street right there. And I'm just like, okay, let's go film it. So yeah, we found one pretty close to me, so I couldn't believe it. I was standing there, and I'm like, okay, I gotta take my photos with the Elm Street sign.
Yeah, what freaking area is the Texas? Because I knew you said everything was in Cleveland.
Yeah, everything was in Cleveland, man. So the Texas one, it's funny because I had people from Texas going, "Oh, what part of Round Rock did you film in? Oh, that's totally down the street from me. I know that place." It's like, no, that's here. That's So I got really lucky with that location because I was gonna film my zombie movie in that like secluded house kind of thing, and it's got like the cornfield in the back, and I got really lucky. They let me use it for Texas Chainsaw, and it looked so secluded. It looked like a different it looked very like, I don't know, very southern to me, and the way that we colored it was kind of like a yellowish brown.
Yes, I was just about to compliment that.
I
gotta go. Let me turn her off. I love the hue of the yellow of all of this. It's just so good.
We wanted to make it look very vintage and very like gritty. That one, very gritty.
Like I love it. All of it. Even in these scenes up here before, like when like past this and this area, like.
Oh yeah,
and you already know how I love about the blue, the emotion of the blue. Like you're so on point with all of those. And I also love that, like it's so hard because I'm in the middle of I'm helping with a TV series that I'm in. I'm fortunate to be a part of the sound and I'm always involved when they do. We always go on Discord, and we all we help each other edit or whatever.
That's
and
great.
I see how crazy that process is, and it's so crazy for when you have different scenes that how you have to adjust the lighting. I love two things that you've done with this. I love how for example, this isn't necessarily grainy, this part here. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it still has whatever you have on it that still makes it fit, and it's not like you're going from one extreme to the other.
Absolutely.
It's like that. I know that stuff is hard.
Yeah, and it's a and that was a big credit to my editor. And we talked about the way that we wanted each film to look. And before we shot them, I'm like, okay, this one needs to be a little bit more greenish. This one needs to be a little bit more blue. This needs to be this particular scene here needs to be more yellow. So I love playing with colors and the way the colors tell a story in every scene. And I feel like ever since we did Slasherverse, we've only gotten better with color. So like the new one that I just shot, we went as far as putting colored filters in front of the camera. So we double stacked it with color filters. And then it's funny because like my crew was like, Conor, are you crazy? Like we can color grade this, we can make it look. And I'm like, guys, trust me, if you put these colors here, it's going to do this. Cause I was doing all my research. You can get this skin tone, but you can get this backdrop if you put these two. And then when you color grade, it'll enhance it. And that's what we did with my new movie. And it is the best looking movie I have ever shot. This new one.
What's the name of this new one?
This one's called They Watch. And the trailer dropped yesterday.
I saw it yesterday.
Yeah, and I just finished the movie yesterday. It's 21 minutes and 2 seconds, and it's probably one of my best suspense movies. It's not quite horror, but it is suspense. Yeah. And man, it's my favorite. I love it. I love it.
And all original script.
So they can't copy anything this time. All original, absolutely.
So what's your end goal with making all these productions?
So, well, honestly, for Slasherverse and for fan films like that, it's for the fans. It's for people like us to enjoy, because I feel like, you can get all the studio ones, but then it's like, okay, I want to play in that playground. I want to play with the big killers, and I want to play with the famous iconic characters. And I feel like I'm not going to expect Warner Brothers to call me and be like, hey, come and play with like a $10 million budget or whatever. I just can't wait around all that time. So maybe if I make one that's really dope, then someone's going to notice somewhere, and they're going to say, hey, here's a budget for a proper movie. You know what I mean? So I think at the end of the day, it's for us to continue being inspired through artistry and trying to get discovered through that medium. And it's a hell of a lot of fun too.
Yeah.
So
you're honing your skills.
Yeah.
And look, I travel, you know what I'm saying? So when you got something.
Oh, good. Absolutely.
I travel. I'm good. I want to play a good cameo. One of the things that I always wanted to do, and I'm shooting my shot right now.
Yeah.
So, as you saw, I'm very animated, and I'm like, run this. Like I can't stand. I want to be the one black guy that I know that I would be in a horror film. Yeah. I just want to be that character in the film that always just. So the crew is like, yo, we want to go out in the cabin in the woods. The hell we want to do that for? I want to be with a group of people that say split up, and I want to be like, no, I want to be that person. I hear a noise. Absolutely. They want to go inside. I run. I just want to play that character.
Absolutely. We need those kinds of characters, man, because you have to sometimes in horror movies and slasher movies particularly, you have to like dumb down the characters a little bit, just to give the killer something to do.
You do it just right because they piss me off to the right amount. That's when I know a horror movie is good. When I get pissed off, like during the pandemic, I went a long time, obviously, with going to the movies, and I have lupus and myositis, so I just went through a whole journey. Halloween ends, not Halloween ends, the one with the very first one that came back.
Halloween Kills. No,
yes,
Kills?
Yeah, I think it was before Kills, or maybe it was.
Okay.
Regardless, I went to see that. I went to see that movie, and I just knew before that movie, when I was going to the theaters, like once I'm in a movie theater, I become racist. It's like it's horrible. It's completely ridiculous. Yeah. Someone falls down, I'm ecstatically angry. So I thought that I'm older. It's been 5 years since I've been in a theater. I'm like,
sure,
I'm good.
Yeah.
Man, it all started, and it sucks that this poor dude right next to me. He was such a good sport. I loved it, but I was just going, you freaking idiot, and I'm like, sorry, I'm so sorry. I just couldn't control it. Like, I'm like, why are you running upstairs? This mother. It was horrible, but when that happens, I know that whoever directed this movie, you did an amazing job.
Yeah, for sure. No, I get it, man. I get it. And it's funny because like I had to make the same choices when I was directing these actors. I'm like, I hate to make you have to slightly trip on this scene, but I feel like there's the only way he can catch you. That chainsaw is 1,000 pounds.
Exactly.
He's not going to catch up to you. And that was a heavy chainsaw. Like I picked it up and I'm like, they're like, props to Matthew Ward, who was my buddy that I was telling you about. He played Leatherface, and he was so happy when I called him like, "You want to play Leatherface?" He was over the moon.
Yeah.
But when he picked up the chainsaw, and my lord, how he could run with that thing, I couldn't believe it. It's
now that you say that one when he cut the girl in half, he is kind of like
he's struggling. He's struggling. Yeah.
Who did you get to play Jason?
Oh, that is my friend James Stokes. So with Jason, I knew that I wanted someone who had played Jason before. Like I needed someone who obviously had the build and who had the skill set to play Jason. And I knew that I wasn't going to find that in Ohio, or at least not to my knowledge. So I literally scouted the internet for Jason, like cosplayers or like people who had played Jason in other movies. And then I came across James Stokes, or someone recommended James Stokes. And he had done other Jason fan films. And then I think I messaged him and I said, listen, James, I love what you're doing. I like the photos. Would you want to come and play Jason for me in a movie? And we got on the phone, and he's based out of Nashville. And we got on the phone. I said, listen, we'll pay you to come here and just play for a day or two. And he is like the nicest guy ever. Like he is the nicest guy. But as soon as he puts on that mask, oh, you better stay away. He gets into character. You better stay away. And of course, and what's funny about Friday the 13th? I was talking to my visual effects supervisor, Sam Shippers, and I said, Sam, how hard would it be if I have the scene with Jason kind of killing everyone in the rain? Can we have a rainstorm?
Yeah.
And he goes, probably not, because you would need it to be raining. You have to wet the ground. You have to do all these practical things in order for us to add rain and all this later. Yeah. And I said, oh, shoot, man, like I would have really loved to have it be storming.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but that's okay. We'll do it, whatever. We'll do it normal. And then the day we were filming, a monsoon happened. It was just storming like crazy. And so those scenes, yes, there's some CGI rain, but most of it is real. So like I just wrapped the camera in a bag, literally in a plastic bag, and I'm just there in the rain with someone covering me with an umbrella, and I'm just like getting everything, and I'm just like a kid in a candy store. Oh my god, I'm getting the rain. So I felt like I was really living in Camp Crystal Lake when we shot that, because it was storming, it was ugly, and it was muddy. And we were like in the middle of nowhere. Oh God. Like I really felt like I was in that environment. And then James was so into character. He was terrifying me. It was like, you just, you go for a snack somewhere on the set. He'd just be standing there, with his mask on in the dark. And I'm just like, holy crap, man. Yeah, it was awesome. It was a good time.
Yeah. We were saying, I think in the last movie, we were like, you don't have to, we were like, Conrad, don't do Terrifier. Please, you don't need to do Terrifier.
Terrifier would be so gory, I feel like, and graphic.
Yeah, exactly. They don't even care about story. It's just the gore. Right. And what I love about these are the stories. The storytelling was freaking epic. I love how in each one you did such a good job letting it be known how the next town was gonna come, and then there were such realistic ways, things that you could believe on how they transition. Like he's on the run because they're trying to, catch him. So he's going into freaking Haddonfield. Like, oh, I'm talking about as soon as I saw it, and then the feeling that you get, all of those things. They captured every emotion. Like you did such an epic freaking job.
Oh, thank you. All of them. Oh, props to my writing team who helped me. There were a lot of days, a lot of nights of us trying to figure out how to tie them all together. It was like writing, it's like writing a TV show. You sit down and you kind of structure the whole TV show, and then you start writing all the beats and everything. And there were a lot of nights, and sometimes when we would hit a wall, okay, bring out the wine. Let's see if anything happens. So we start drinking wine for like 2 hours, and then all of a sudden, we have the whole Scream script written. You know what I mean? It was a fun time writing it for sure.
That's dope. Yeah, I definitely would love to also showcase the newest film. So how are you releasing, the newest one?
Yeah, so there's going to be plenty more that we're going to be doing, but this one they watch is going to go to film festivals first because I feel like this is a very artsy movie, very artsy suspense thriller. So I'm going to aim for film festivals first, and then eventually, probably within a year, maybe even less, it's going to come to YouTube, to my YouTube, Conrad Studios on YouTube. For people to enjoy. And then we have a comedy feature that we shot this year in Vegas and in LA that's coming out next year. It's a black and white feature, and then we're filming another movie next year, a horror movie. So it's a horror feature. It's a feature film, so it's not a series, it's not a fan film, it's like our own actual horror movie.
Hey, look, man, like I said, I travel. I travel.
Do you have your passport? Because we're filming in Europe.
Let's freaking go! See, this is what I'm talking about.
There you go. Yeah, man. So we're excited about that one. So that one's towards the end of next year. We're filming it in England. So we're excited about it.
Oh my
God.
Awesome. Do you have an idea of what the plot is? Or
I do. Yeah.
I don't want to go in where it's given too much away.
Well, it's vampires. So that's all I'll say. It's vampires. It's very, very gritty vampires. So
England's a good place for that.
Absolutely.
Weather, dreary rain, and
exactly. I can't fake that in Ohio as much as I want to. So, yeah. Exactly.
Man, it has been a freaking honor. I implore everybody, you make sure you go to Conrad Studios on YouTube, check out Slasherverse, and check out every other thing that he's done. Like, I purposely didn't watch anything outside the Slasherverse because I needed to have this experience. But now that it's over, I'm freaking stalking the channel now.
Oh,
so
go crazy. There's so many fun things in there for sure.
Definitely, man. So if there's anything that you want to leave off to your audience,
no, I'm just very glad that you guys enjoyed the series and that you guys are supporting horror, honestly, and small creators, because we are still small creators and we're all just supporting each other. And I think that's the beauty of the horror genre, is that we all get to enjoy it together and experience it together. So this was just phenomenal. And I'm so appreciative to everyone who's been watching the series and who will continue to watch the series, and, and just keep creating, keep making art, So
I love it. There's one more question. I said it. I was going to end it, but there's one more question.
Okay.
And I've always wanted to ask a horror producer, director, maker this type of thing. My favorite part of a horror story sometimes is when, like, it's not, even though there's the killers and then there's the scare and the suspense, but there's always some type of life lesson type story that's told, like when you're not the fan films, but when you're creating like your own motion pictures. Like, is that somewhat the mindset of doing something different, to where, like, it don't necessarily have to be, all right, well, now next time be nice to your parents and your head won't get chopped off, like nothing, but is there always some other type of vision of something that you're telling outside of the the gore, guts, the scares?
Sure. What a great question. And so what I find really interesting, and the horror movies that I like are horror movies that are not horror movies, but they somehow turn into horror movies, because every horror movie is really just a regular story that turns into a horror movie. I mean, look at film history, look at Psycho, look at The Shining. Those are other kinds of movies that just maybe halfway through begin to turn into horror movies. I mean, and I just like to find subject matters that I find fascinating, points of views that I find fascinating. And then I'm like, okay, what is the story here? What, besides the horror, the blood and guts, what's the story? Who are the characters?
Yes.
And then once I decide for what the story is, and if I like it enough, if I like what the vision is, then I'm like, okay, now how do we turn that into a horror movie? Now let's tell that story, but then how do we mix that with the horror genre and blend it in such a seamless way that it becomes really interesting? And those are the kinds of movies that I love. And that's when I sit down to write a horror movie, that's the basis right there.
I love it, man. You're the man character. If you got another question,
No, man, keep it up, for real. Like, you're an inspiration. Honestly, filmmakers everywhere could take inspiration from you, because, like I said, it could get easy to get comfortable in the jobs that are paying you. But what do we get into this for? What are we all starting to film for? It's the art of it. So keep up the art, man. Like, it's inspiring, truly, and you'll go somewhere with it for sure.
Thank you, guys. This was so fun. I appreciate the kind words. And honestly, I'm just happy to be a part of this. And I'm glad that you guys enjoyed the movie so much.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is the conclusion of Eerie Indie Fright Night. And I was talking to Madam Mayhem, and we have decided that we were going to continue putting, you know, things together. We're going to come up with a title. Obviously, we're always going to keep our Eerie Indie Fright Nights for Halloween, but we're going to come up with something that we can do all year round because we had so much fun covering different films. Like, you really made us want to, like, oh, it's going to end next week. This is the last one. She's going to be so mad that she missed this. Like, she didn't want to talk to you for a hot minute. So, you know, sucks for you, you know, but yeah, man, you're amazing. Thank you so much. You guys make sure that y'all tune into the most prestigious network in the land, the Signature Series Network, and check out all the amazing content. Make sure you go all day today. You're going to see Conrad Studios all over the place. So check out everyone. Go to his channel. Check out all of his movies. Yeah, man, you're amazing. We're out.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Peace, guys. Thank you.